Good morning and welcome to episode 61 of an Inquisitive Crafter. Inquisitive Crafter. I can't say my own podcast name. I am Susie. I forgot to introduce myself last time, and this is my snowy corner of YouTube where I discuss all the things I've been making and reading and doing. What have I been doing? Not too much. It is snowing. Well, I think the snow is finished. Really, it's been icing. We live in Texas. We don't really get snow. We get ice. But it is beautiful, and I'm happy that we don't have anywhere to go. I hope we don't have anywhere to go because it's really icy out there. I think we have like 2 inches of ice. It is Sunday, January 25th, I believe, and it is, I'm looking at my iPad down here, almost 9, so we're gonna be interrupted pretty soon by one of my clocks going off. I'm drinking coffee in my Slow the Sloth Down mug, and I am wearing my top-down crochet jacket. I'll put a picture in so you can see it because I'm not going to stand up right now. By Lion Brand Studio. I started this in 2014, a long time ago, and finished it in 2015. And I'm thinking about getting rid of it because it does not fit. It's too big. And I wanted something oversized. I wanted to use up a whole bunch of, where did I use up? Lion Brand Amazing that I had, which was a color changing yarn. I had several different colors, and then I interspersed it with some Hobby Lobby, I love this yarn, linen, and I used an I and a J hook, and it just made it too big. I had a different version of what my body type was and what would look good on me. And I've been thinking about getting rid of it, but I've been wearing it because, oh, there we go. Hold on a second. I've been wearing it because I wanted to see, do I want to get rid of it? It's a warm house jacket. It itches a little bit. I think the Amazing itches a little bit. I need to wash it. I haven't washed it in a long time. So it's probably just dusty. I am suffering from eye allergies. I have never really had eye allergies, but I do now. I got some Pataday eye drops and went to the doctor. Did I tell you the story already? I went to the doctor, not for that, I just went for a checkup. She said, "You look awful, are you sick?" I was like, great, because my eyes were swollen and red rimmed. I know, they kept leaking, and I said, I've just got allergies because the pollen's been like very high. And she said, let me give you some medicines for that. So she gave me some prescription, a nose spray and a pill, and then that's made it better, but it hasn't kicked in yet, I guess. And that's weird because the pollen's low today. We got new windows, can you tell? I don't know. Great view of my fence. Great view of my sheep knitting yarn from its own fleece. But we got new windows. It took 1 day to put in 15 windows. It was very loud. My son works nights, and I had to take him over to my parents to sleep because it was so loud. But they're done, and they're beautiful. Oh, it is snowing a little bit. And I'm very happy. However, we have like sheets hanging over most of the windows. We just didn't even bother putting curtains on this because we have such a tall fence. So we need to get some blinds. I want to get new ones. So if we ever get out, that's what I'm gonna do. Okay, let's get started with the fun stuff. I've finished nothing. I don't know why. I just have been, well, I've been preparing for the windows. The windows just came in on Thursday, And then Friday, I was cleaning the whole house because of the windows. They did a good job, but one window must have broken in my bathroom, and there were shards everywhere, like little, that would escape people if they're sweeping, and it escaped me a lot, but I vacuumed and swept and vacuumed and swept and then mopped everything. And then getting ready, for the ice storm. But I am caught up. This is day 24 of my January Advent socks, I'm calling them. This is what is this? Freckled Whimsy from 2024, the Advent sock. And I put in a green mini, and I'm counting this as stripe 1, day 1, and day 2. So this is day 24, and I'm caught up on both socks. I got behind, quite a bit behind. I don't know how. I thought I was ahead, and I quit working on them. And then I wasn't ahead. Okay, so these should be finished the next time you see them. I don't know if I'm going to give these to my husband because they're huge, although they do fit on my foot, and I bet if I put a heel in there, it'll fit for me. I may keep them because he wasn't too thrilled about the colors. And really, he's not gonna wear them. And they're so squishy. Oh, they're so thick and squishy. I love them. I've been getting such joy out of wearing my, I have to wear compression socks right now. So I've been wearing compression socks and then knitted socks over them when it got really cold. Right now, I don't have my compression socks on. I just have regular cotton socks. But I have my knitted socks over them. My feet are so toasty. It is great. The compression socks make my feet sweat, but when I put socks on over them, I don't feel it anymore. So, TMI, probably so. Okay. The next thing I have been working on is a little bit my, what are these called? Joe's Perfect Slipper Socks for my friend Rebecca. I haven't gotten too far. I've mostly been knitting on the other one. So this is the second one, and I showed you last time I'd finished the first one. So the first one are all these darker blues, and then this yellow color, and the second one started with the yellow. I'm holding 2 strands. I'm holding it double, and these were from some sock blanks that Rebecca, my friend, had won at DFW Fiberfest, and so then she gave them to me, and I'm turning them into slippers for her. Joe's Perfect Slipper Socks are my favorite socks. Favorite of all time. I love them so much. I don't have a lot of slipper experience. In fact, I've never knit another slip. Well, I tried to knit one other pair of slippers, but why mess with perfection? I just highly recommend these. They fit so good. And I really love anything that is not a heel flap and gusset, even though I like the fit of heel flap and gusset socks. So, all right, the next thing I have been working on is my Sting Poncho. So this does not have a pattern. I got this idea off of YouTube. Somebody had cut a shirt up. And then crocheted up the sides. And so I have been working on the second side. And the yarn I'm using is, I love this yarn from Hobby Lobby. And it is the colorway Nova Scotian Sky. The way it's Scotian. Scotian. It looks weird. There are words that just look weird all of a sudden. Anyway. And I have plans to do something like this with another shirt. And then I want to take sleeves off of a sweatshirt and crochet sleeves for a sweatshirt. Maybe make it into a cardigan. I need to get moving need to move. Okay, so I haven't worked too far on that. I'm 3 stripes. 1, 2, 3. 3 stripes in, and I've got 17 stripes total on each sleeve, or 16 maybe. So we will see, but I'll have that done soon. My problem is it doesn't count for pigskin party points that I am competing in for Downseller Studios pigskin party on Ravelry and on Instagram, and I need to finish the things that are going to give me points. But you can only do you can only get points for things that were started at the beginning of football season and finished by the Super Bowl. So that's where my focus needs to be. I'm not gonna say that's where my focus is, because I don't know. Okay, I had to get up and get something, so my view has changed a little bit. I apologize. I don't know. I don't know how it was before. Okay, but I wanted to get my husband's Washington socks. These are the holiday doodle socks by Jamie Lomax, using the sports doodle. And I haven't worked on these since the last time I podcasted, but last time I didn't show them. So I just wanted to show you what I think about, like, see what you think about the colors. Did I drop a stitch? Oh, no. Oh, maybe. Okay. Is this the good side? Okay, here's the good side. I need to work on I don't know why I thought I need to put his name all the way around the stocking, but I need to work on my duplicate stitch. So we've got our helmets, our field. You haven't seen this in a little while. Footballs, more football-y looking things, the stitches from the football. There's my heel, more stitches from football. And then I did a star field because I got tired of doing sports. And now I'm doing rocket. And can you see, so the colors, I'm going to do a rocket in red and gold and brown. I don't know if you can see the brown. I don't know if this is going to work out. I sort of don't care because Christmas is over and I want to work on other things. It's horrible. But it's true. So I'm going to get this rocket done and then put the toe on. And then I'll be finished. Oh, I'm going to line it though. And I may possibly have dropped a stitch. Right there. How can you tell? Oh, it's just really loosey-goosey. Look at that. I'll put my thumb behind it so you can kind of see. Look how big those stitches are. But how can you tell if you dropped a stitch when the back looks like that? So, I don't know what yarn I'm using. I don't have notes for this in front of me, but God, I love this sock. It's a cotton. It feels really good. But that's extra why I need to line it, because I'm afraid it'll stretch and it'll be hanging on the mantle and touch the ground. So I need to finish this before the Super Bowl. I need to finish my Advent socks before the Super Bowl. I need to finish Rebecca's slippers before the Super Bowl. I don't know. Okay. I'm looking at some notes I wrote from last time to see if I've covered everything. Oh, okay, one more thing. I haven't shown you this in a while. Anything else I don't mention I have not really worked on. But living in another Adornits bag. This one is from Splash Bag Party 2023. Is my Trellis shawl by Dawn Barker. And this is how, I'm ripping out. This is how far I've gotten. So I've been working on this a little bit in the car. I brought it in the house in case we lose power because I'm using a light up crochet hook. So I thought that'd be handy if I lost power and I wanted to do something in the dark. But we haven't lost power yet. So this is that assigned pooling yarn. The yarn looks like this. I don't have a pretty cake to show you, but it looks like this, and you crochet this mesh stitch until you get to the pops of lime, jello lime, and then that's upside down actually, and then you do a different stitch for those. So it looks like cabbage leaves scattered across a netting, which I think is funny. I don't know where I'll use this, but I'm going to finish it. It was a knit along that an informal knit along that my friend Rebecca and I were doing together. I don't know how far she is on hers because we kind of abandoned them to finish up Christmas gifts, and I haven't talked to her since Christmas, so I don't know where she is. Hers is a like an aqua blue with white, and white is the contrast color, so that's where you change the stitch. That's really interesting looking. It is pretty. Oh, okay. That's all the knitting or crocheting. Yeah, that was crocheted, the trellis shawl. That I have to show you. But I do want to show you one more acquisition. Just one. Yeah, one more acquisition. I bought for myself some Chai-Goo interchangeables. So I have knit picks. I have some knit picks options, which is what I'm knitting the stocking out of. That's a wood. And I have some knit picks of more options, the 4 square ones. Now you can't see because of the light. And I've been very happy with those, but I use fixed Chai-Goo circular needles, and I love those. Now they are sharp, but I love them. The cord is great. I showed you the cord on my knit picks ones. They don't, it's not very flexible, or it has a lot of memory. I don't want it to have any memory. So I bought these. It's just a little set. I'm using one, so I'm missing one. So there's room for more. But I think the case is cute because it has them all labeled. And I was worried about using smaller gauge. Like this goes down to a US size 2, which is a 2.75 millimeter. I was worried about using interchangeables in a smaller gauge because I thought that wouldn't work. But they are great. I was using, I don't know where I got these other needles. I was using in my, what was I knitting? Oh, in my Joe slippers. I was using a different aluminum or steel or whatever this is. I think it's aluminum needle. And the cord, every time I got to change the needle, I'd pull on the cord, you'd hear like a ripping sound as the join would yank through the stitches, and it was really annoying. And so I switched over to these are the interchangeables, and there is no, I'm pushing the needle through, there's no rip sound. They are fantastic. And the worst thing that's happened so far is that they've come unscrewed once because I just didn't tighten them very well. So, but I'm really loving these. So I highly recommend. They are pricey, and I really want the other set. The other set, I have the set, the small set, I think is what it's called. It goes a US 2 to a US 8. And I want the one that goes US 9 to US 15. But I'll have to wait. But I really love them, and I highly recommend. They're not super sharp. I only say they're sharp because I push the yarn off. Let me show you. When I'm knitting, one moment. When I'm knitting, I push the yarn off the needle or the needle off the yarn. I don't know what, but, and if, when I'm working with, if I knit a lot, I'm really stabbing the same part in my finger over and over again. Now I do have calluses, but it just divides that fingerprint right there and just stabs in. So they do aggravate that, which is why I think I was using the other needles, because they are very blunt and not sharp, but they were really hard to work with the double, like since I'm using yarn held doubled, it was really hard to pick it up. I couldn't do it without looking because I was constantly just picking up one strand instead of two. So anyway, highly recommend. Okay. Please be aware that I am so distressed over what is going on in Minnesota. This has to end. This has to end. But I don't want to. We deserve happiness and we deserve a little peace also. So did everybody does. I don't want you to think I'm just glossing over. I can't talk about it. Okay, what I can talk about is the book I just finished. It was so good. So I had this book on hold at the library for the Kindle book, the ebook, and then it came up. I went to play a gig with my friend Jane, and I asked her what she was reading, and she said she had just finished this book that I had just gotten from the library. So I was very excited. It's called Theo of Golden. She said it was her favorite book of the year. Theo of Golden was written in 2023 and by Alan Levy. Okay, I'm going to read you what it says on the Amazon website because I don't have the book to look at the back. Questions linger about Theo, a pleasant but mysterious stranger, after his arrival in the southern city of Golden. Who is he and why is he here? He arrives early one spring and by chance, or is it, he visits a coffee shop where 92 framed pencil portraits are on display. Inspired, Theo sets out on a mission of purchasing all of the portraits one at a time and quietly bestowing them on their rightful owners. Stories are told, friendships are born, and lives are changed. It was a beautiful book. It was a beautiful book. It was a lot like the what you were looking for is in the library, and that to me it was like it was portraits of people's lives. Little snippets of his interactions with these people as he's trying to deliver these portraits. And I especially appreciated it because, he was 86 in the book. I'm not 86. But as a retired person and trying to find purpose, like he was living a purpose-filled life, purpose-driven life. And I want that focus, since focus is theoretically my word of the year for 2026. So it was really good. It was really good. I highly recommend. 5 stars. So, and I'm extra proud because it is not my fantasy, romance, sci-fi favorite genres. It was just life genre. Is that a genre? I don't know. Okay, I think that's it. I don't know how much longer I have before everybody wakes up. love living in a house where everybody sleeps in. It's pretty good. All right. You guys take care and hold on to your loved ones and pray for our country and stay safe. And I'll see you next time.